Good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Daniel Umstead, host of the RNG radio show. You are tuning in today with my wonderful and special guest, Bernadette-Fantastic from Fantastic Food Caterers. Bernadette, how are you doing today?
I am doing fantastic. Thank you so much for having me, Daniel.
Oh, thank you for taking the time out of your day, because I know you got a busy schedule being a chef and all in catering company. So before I spill the beans, please share with us and share with the world, what is it that you do?
I am a personal chef. So the difference between restaurants, personal chef, I actually cater to each and every one of my clients individually. I do catering for small events, and when I say small, under 200, and I pretty much can handle anything from meal plans to coming in and doing private dinners to cooking lessons. I've actually been a private chef for 6 years, and I've won awards. I have cooked for high-profile clientele, ex-presidents, celebrities. So I've been around for a little while, so I can kind of get a feel for what my clients' needs and wants might be, even if they want something a little different.
Oh, nice. Now, are you able to share with us today which celebrities that you have cooked for in the past, or they like to keep those things private?
I do like to keep things private. I will say that I have cooked for ex-presidents that I have cooked for with former President Bill Clinton, former President George Bush,
Nice.
Prime Minister Tony Blair from the UK. So I have done events where they were our guests of honor.
Wow, wow. Now, how long because I know somebody is looking right now like, oh, she's probably been around oh so long. How long have you actually been doing the catering services?
I've actually been doing catering for about 6 years now. This is actually a second career for me. I started out in finance world, working for a bank doing healthcare financing, and it was something that pulled me away from that. I just had this desire to cook. I actually started cooking for my family at home. You know, sometimes when we're in that 9 to 5 rut, we get a little too busy. Cooking doesn't become an outlet, it becomes a chore. And I had the opportunity for it to actually become an outlet for me, and I realized how much I enjoyed it and how much more so I enjoyed watching people eat my food. I remember my first Thanksgiving dinner. I cooked this huge feast, and I was so nervous, and I was hiding in the kitchen, peeking around the corner, waiting for everybody to start trying everything and seeing their reaction when I'm not in the room.
Gotcha.
And that's what kind of gave me that fuel. It kind of like ignited that flame. So from there, I just started watching cooking shows. And once I realized there's actually a technique behind cooking, it's not just throwing stuff in the pan. That kind of triggered my my geeky side, and I wanted to learn the science. So I went to culinary school.
Awesome. Where did you go to culinary school, if you don't mind me asking?
I went to Columbus Culinary Institute in Ohio, Columbus, Ohio. It was a fantastic school. Everything was hands-on. We were in the kitchen for the majority of the day. You know, we had our classwork assignments and our electives, but for the most part, we were actually hands-on cooking in the kitchen and operating like a restaurant in the kitchen. So it was a fantastic experience, and they actually gave me the contacts for me to kind of launch my career straight out of culinary school, as opposed to, you know, taking the longer route that some of my, you know, fellow students had to take.
Gotcha, gotcha. Now, if somebody is in need of a chef right now, how can they actually get in contact with you and utilize your services?
They can contact me directly. My phone number is 609-200-6337. They can go to my website, which is www.fantasticfoodcaterer.com. They can also find me on Facebook at Fantastic Food Caterer, and also on Instagram as Fantastic Food Caterer.
All right. Now, for the folks at home, I just want you to understand there's no extra S. It's Fantastic Food and Caterer. All right. So check it out on Facebook, Instagram, and also you can check out Bernadette's website, fantasticfoodcaterer.com. That is awesome. Now, you just mentioned some big high-profile folks. I know we didn't talk about the celebrities, but definitely the whole high-profile folks. Is it true that only, rich people and the elite people can afford personal chefs like that?
No, no, no. That's actually a misnomer. I offer a variety of services, and I sometimes hesitate to mention celebrities and high-profile clientele that I've worked with because of that misnomer that only the rich and the elite can afford a personal chef. Sir, if you want a personal chef to come in and cook you breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day, then yeah, that's going to cost you. But my services also include very budget-friendly plans. I do meal plans, I do meal prep, and for the most part, once you take the time out of going to the grocery store, shopping for your groceries, coming home, preparing all of the meals, you've pretty much broken even to hire a private chef. Because
Okay.
I'll do the shopping for you, I'll do all the cooking and the prepping, and I will deliver it to your door and place it into your refrigerator. So all you have to do is literally remove your meal, heat it up according to the instructions, and enjoy a fresh meal that doesn't have the preservatives you're going to get in your lean cuisines and your frozen TV dinner. It's going to be healthier. It's going to be designed specifically for you if you have any dietary needs, and it's going to cost you about maybe slightly more than what you're paying, but you're getting your time back.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Now, because of, with the wonderful world that's going on right now, has it been difficult at all, with people saying like, oh, no, I don't want the services, or have you been able to work around that as far as still being able to get in the homes and serve people?
It's funny because at first, when we all went into this whole pandemic, we all thought it was going to be a couple of weeks, and then we would get right back to where we left off. Who knew it was going to last and kind of be extended for 3 months now that we've been trying to learn how to live in this new norm. For me personally, I took that hit in the very beginning, but I think we were all kind of skeptical. Even me personally, I didn't know going into people's houses when we didn't know enough about the virus. But since we've gone on and since we've learned and, we're starting to learn how to get control over it and how to prevent it, I'm starting to see an uptick in requests. And I think people are still hesitant to go out into that restaurant environment and be around the public that they don't know. It's one thing to be around your family. It's another thing to be around strangers in a closed environment. I think people are still hesitant to do that. And again, for the money that you would spend going out to a restaurant, you can hire a private chef to come in and make you a family dinner while you're basically having that restaurant experience in the comfort and safety of your own home.
I love that. I love that. Now, because people like to try different things, how would you be working with them? Like, if somebody's used to, like, let's say just eating seafood, but they want to try something new, especially if they got a taste for, let's say, steak or chicken. How would you work with them if they wanted to try something that they, haven't been familiar with?
That's why all of my clients, I try to do a one-on-one consultation. There's no obligation, there's no fee, but the process for me is to get information from my clients about the things that they do know that they like, or you're more likely to know what you don't like than what you do like. So even if someone can give me a list of the things that they absolutely do not like, I can't stand red peppers, I don't like them raw, cooked, or anything. Okay, what you're telling me as a chef, you're giving me a flavor profile. You're not just giving me an ingredient. So you're telling me that you don't like the flavor of red peppers. Well, that's telling me that you're not going to like certain other types of peppers that may taste like red peppers, but you might like this one because it doesn't have the same taste. So you're giving me information that I can utilize to kind of expand your horizons and open you up to things that you might not have tried because in your mind it's the same thing as something that you don't like.
Okay, I like that. Now, and as well as, because, and I'm pretty sure with the amount of years of experience that you had, that people get really detailed when it comes to dietary needs. How do you work with somebody who's like, oh, I can't have that, or, oh, no, that's going to make me bloated, or my husband will kill me, or wife, because I'm definitely the one that definitely kills my future fiance in the morning, makes me gas and bloated. So when it comes to dietary needs, how do you work with somebody who's like really, really strict on it?
Well, there's so many different types of dietary restrictions that are out there. And again, that's part of the information that I covered during the consultation. I have experience in a multitude of different dietary needs. I personally took care of my mother who was diabetic. So I'm very well familiarized and well versed in, diabetic needs. And unfortunately, that's one of those dietary restrictions that's plaguing our community. So you want someone who understands it, who understands the process behind it, what it does to you physically and internally. And as a chef, I can work around that and present you with options that are safe for you. Because I know, like, the experience with my mother, the doctor would tell her, you can eat these frozen dinners. But in reality, those frozen dinners had preservatives in them. They had hidden sodiums in them.
I was going to say the sodium is skyrocketing, especially with the smart ones. Oh my God! I think that's actually
and people don't realize that.
Yeah.
They don't realize that it's not just about reading the label. You have to read those ingredients, and we're not really taught what a lot of these things are in here. And if you can't pronounce it, chances are it's not really. We're not supposed to be ingesting it.
Correct.
And that's another benefit to hiring a private chef, is that your food is made fresh. I'm making it fresh for you and delivering it to you, the day that it's made. So there aren't going to be any additional sodiums. There aren't going to be any additional preservatives, so that it has a 2-month shelf life. But I've also had experience with vegetarian diets. I've been vegan myself. I spent a year being vegan just to really understand the diet and understand how to cook delicious food. Just because it's healthy doesn't mean that it has to sacrifice being delicious. So I've studied different dietary requests just so that I can become more masterful in creating delicious dishes that are still serving my clients' needs.
I love that. I love that. Now, I might be having somebody from Los Angeles, California checking this out. Where are you based out of? So that way people aren't wiping their mouth, drooling, hearing about all the great foods that you can cook. And I know that they should be going to the website, fantasticfoodcaterer.com, and checking out fantasticfoodcaterer.com. But where are you based out of, so people know when they do need your services that they can come to you?
I'm out of Trenton, New Jersey. So I service the entire state of New Jersey, top to bottom, and parts of Pennsylvania and Delaware.
Okay.
As far as anybody outside of that realm, I can travel for a fee.
I was going to say, as long as they doubling and tripling, I should say quadrupling the Uber rate, we good to go.
We can always work something out.
I love that. I love that. Now, for somebody who's watching this, young entrepreneur, or somebody who's like, oh my gosh, I could be just like Bernadette, what advice would you give somebody who's looking to get their business started, or even their catering business off the ground?
Oh, goodness. Just keep pushing. You're going to have setbacks. You're going to have roadblocks. The only thing that you can do is turn them into a positive by learning from them, because nobody gets it right out the gate. I'm very much a perfectionist, and I like things to go the right way, and it can be very frustrating at times, but you got to just take those lessons and adapt and keep going. And the more drive you have to keep going and keep lifting yourself up and keep going, you're going to start seeing those results. They don't come right away, but nothing worth having comes easy. So
Awesome.
Just keep at it.
I love that. I love that. And then last but not least, before I let you go, can you please give us that website again, along with the phone number for folks to reach you?
Yes, absolutely. It's www.fantasticfoodcaterer.com. And you can reach me at 609-200-6337.
Awesome, awesome. Bernadette, I can't thank you enough for coming on the RNG radio show today. Greatly appreciate having you here today.
Oh, thank you so much for the opportunity, Daniel. I appreciate it.
Definitely, definitely. And for the folks at home, again, tune in live Monday through Friday on Facebook, as well as check the replay on YouTube. every morning, Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Bernadette, thank you again so very much for being here. Have a good one.
Thank you, Daniel. Have a good one.
Fleslet on the beat.